Hello, my name is Chukwemeka, and I want to comment on the incident that happened during the protest where some Nigerian youths brought in Russian flags into the protests. I want to say that I think I expected that to happen at some point. Ever since you recall that the first time Nigerians called for a military coup was when Niger had their own coup, Niger Republic, and then ECOWAS, being headed by Nigeria, tried invading Niger Republic, allegedly under the support or sponsorship of France and the United States of America, who both have interest in Niger. I understand that USA has a $100 million worth military base in Niger, and France is the biggest benefactor from the uranium deposits in Niger Republic. So when the military took over, the citizens of that country supported that takeover. And now Nigerians are thinking, since we are being controlled by the West, the neocolonization in Nigeria is getting stronger and stronger by the day. If you recall, in 2015, Obama supported Buhari against Jonathan, to the extent that Obama's campaign manager was the one that created the campaign strategy for APC in 2015. And Tinubu was the one that arranged all of that. So it makes sense to think that Joe Biden is also supporting Tinubu, and Nigerians are tired of the neo-colonization. We are looking for something new. We are tired of democracy, the way it's constituted in Nigeria. We are tired of the structure of this government. We are tired of pretending to be one nation. We are not. Okay, we are not one nation. Anybody that says that is lying to themselves. So the reasons why I think those youths brought in the Russian flag to the protest is firstly because Nigerians, that's a quick way to send the message that Nigeria is tired of neocolonization. And the second reason is because that is one way to show support for Niger Republic's military junta and a signal to the Nigerian military to take over government from these kleptocratic, autocratic vampires we have in Aso Rock and the Abuja FCT. I don't support bringing in Russia into it, but I definitely support the fight against neo-colonization. We have to break ourselves free from the clutches of the United States and obviously France. I never even knew France had interest in Nigeria until the ECOWAS debacle. So yes, on that note, I support the youths who came out and did that. But it's a crime, actually, according to our laws. But, well, our politicians commit crimes every day and nobody prosecutes them. Our policemen commit crimes every day and nobody does anything. Our military commits crimes every day and nobody does anything. Look at the way they are looting everywhere, left, right, and center. They spend trillions of naira on governance, but minimum wage was a problem. The money for the common man was a problem. And when you talk about senators and national assembly members are making 30 million naira per month, they will say, there's no evidence. All right, there's no evidence, then give us the facts. Let us see how much do they earn. Tell us, publish it, make it public information so that we can know. Don't come out on TV and give us a fake bank credit alert. These are the reasons. Nigerians are disillusioned with the government today. We are tired of what we are seeing, and Nigerians want anything, any alternative that is not what we have now. That is the fact. Anything that is not what we have now, that is what Nigerians are looking for. So calling for a military takeover, I think it is the only thing that Nigerians are familiar with. We are scared of trying the unfamiliar, which is what I am advocating for. I'm advocating for an unfamiliar system, which includes what Chief Olusegun Obasanjo called Afro-democracy.
I believe that when we are able to have democracy that is African in content, sufficiently African in content, in culture, and in history, and in practice, the sort of thing that happened in Plateau State recently will not happen.
Democracy as is being practiced in the Western world does not have universal acceptability and applicability. You have to look at what suits you. For example, if you look at democracy in America, where we even copy this presidential system of government, there's so many things that we've abandoned. If you today you're president of America, you can't just, I've never heard in America that they bought vehicles for legislators. You can't just buy cars anyhow. I have never heard you can't buy cars for first lady anyhow. There's no, in fact in America there's no office called Office of First Lady. It exists in them. So these are issues. So we must look at what suits us. Again, look at how we can manage our own expense and everything. So what Obasanjo is saying that we must not adopt this and even adopt it wrongly as we are doing it today.
My own personal model of Afro-democracy is the model practiced by some parts of ancient Igbo land, which has the most effective representative government in history.
And then later when I learned, something most people don't know, that there is a plausible argument that democracy began in Igbo land. The very first written constitution on this planet was written by the Igbo people. The very first democracy that involved self-governance, that worked for everybody, not just the Greek wealthy, but everybody, was in Igbo land. And the very first democracy that permitted women leaders was in Igbo land. The West, Europe, we were still in the Dark Ages. And yet the Igbo had figured out a way to have a just and meaningful government and a just and meaningful society and due process and fairness. And to this day, you see a great many Igbo leaders that are women. So it is my honor to have been able to work with the Igbo community. We are contemplating preparing an appeal to the United States Supreme Court related to the senseless slaughter and what we believe to be the genocide of the Igbo people. To bring this full circle, that has been going on since 2016, overseen by the APC. It's not ironic, it's not a coincidence, that the only APC governor in Igbo land is the one the Supreme Court just forced upon them. Not ironic, not a coincidence.
Let me know what you think. This is my first YouTube video, so let me know what you think about what I've said so far. And let's start from there. Let's have conversations and talk about the future of this country. And by the way, officially, you're welcome to my channel, where I'm going to be talking about politics, life, history, business, and relationships. Just general talks. All right? Thank you very much for listening. Talk to you some other time.